Hi, I'm Jay.
And I'm John.
And we're Bucket List Travellers.
And in this video, we're taking you on a walking tour of San Juan de Oriente. San Juan de Oriente is known as one of the Pueblos Blancos, or white towns.
So there's a series of towns in this area that are all known as white towns because they feature a white colonial style church. And they all specialise in a particular arts and crafts.
Yeah, so you've got other towns such as Catarina, which specialises in nurseries and gardening. You've got Mazatepe that specialises in furniture, making really cool furniture. The specialty of San Juan de Oriente is ceramics or pottery.
The ceramics and sculptures represent the indigenous Chorotega culture, and they've actually been making pottery in this area for over 600 years, and it actually predates the Spanish colonization.
Yeah, San Juan de Oriente is known as the cradle of pre-Columbian art.
Yeah, so they've actually won awards, international awards for their ceramics here, and you can get some really high quality handmade pieces that take like a month to make for very reasonable prices.
Yeah, so I think we were quoted 800 Cordobas for ceramic bowls. If you like your arts and crafts, you could easily spend an hour or more here just perusing all the different pottery shops.
Yeah, we were saying that John's mum would absolutely love it here because there's just so many beautiful trinkets and souvenirs that you could buy.
Yeah.
And the store owners are really lovely as well. So you come in, you can have a chat and understand more about the pieces, which is really interesting.
Yeah, and also how they're made as well. I found that really fascinating.
Yeah. Now, just keep in mind that some store owners don't let you take photos. So just ask before you take any photos. So this area really is all about the ceramics, and 95% of people work in the ceramics industry here, and it makes up about 60% of the economy.
Pottery is really in the residents' DNA here, and their techniques have been passed down from generation to generation. They don't often use potter's wheels either.
Yeah, and the clay is local as well, so it comes from Laguna de Apoyo, which is only 2 kilometres away.
The grandstands on our right here are used for the festivals that occur in San Juan de Oriente.
So the festivals in Nicaragua are very vibrant and interesting, and most towns and cities have a patron saint, and the big festivity of each place would be the special day of that, celebrating that patron saint.
And the patron saint of San Juan de Oriente is John the Baptist, or in Espanol es San Juan Bautista. What is really interesting and peculiar about San Juan de Oriente's festival is that they have this peculiar dance called Baile de los Chinegros.
The Chinegros are groups of dancers that are painted with black tar or shoe polish on their faces and their hands, and they participate in this dance or contest where they've got a stick which is called, what's it called?
Chilillo.
Yeah, so that is made of a bull phallus. And they do a test of bravery by having 2 vertical lines of people, and they just choose a partner and start whipping each other with these chilillos. And this keeps going to the sound of a band, and it keeps going until someone that's dressed as a mare, which is called
a Yawita.
Yeah, so they're kind of the adjudicator, and they say when the contest ends. And so there isn't like a winner or loser. It's just a show of bravery and I guess quite a spectacle. And this has been happening for over 400 years. This festival is celebrated towards the end of June, around the 24th of June each year.
The patron saint festivities are also a time for celebrating and sharing the traditional Nicaraguan food, such as nacatamales, indio viejo, and chichibruja.
Nacatamales are one of the most prevalent Nicaraguan traditional dishes. It's a cornmeal that's been wrapped in a banana leaf, and it's steamed. It's got vegetables and meat and herbs inside. It's really tasty. And They're generally sold on Sundays, aren't they?
Yeah.
Yeah, and they go for around 40 to 60 Cordobas. Indio Viejo is a Nicaraguan soup, and that is also really delicious. We've only had it once or twice before, but it's really good. And Chicha Bruja is a fermented corn-based drink.
We've tried chicha in the past, not the fermented kind, but just the normal kind that looks pink with, I think, raspberry colouring.
I think that's a bit of a acquired taste. It's very popular in Nicaragua.
We wouldn't say it was our favourite drink, but then again, we made it ourselves, so perhaps it's better if we try it elsewhere.
We're halfway through our walking tour of San Juan de Oriente, and we do a lot of these walking tours as well as a lot of different videos discovering the food and culture and different places around Nicaragua. So if you're interested in seeing more videos on Nicaragua or on Central America, then don't forget to subscribe.
San Juan de Oriente is quite a small town. There's only around 5,000 people who live here.
And it only takes about 5 or 10 minutes to walk from one end to the other, which is quite handy.
San Juan de Oriente is a really old town. Founded in 1585. So putting that into perspective, that means it was around 200 years before our home city of Sydney in Australia. It was one of the first towns to be founded by the Spanish colonisers at the time of the Spanish conquest.
What has just occurred to us is that it was named after San Juan, Saint John, which is the patron saint of this town. And it's called East or Oriente because it's east of the capital, Managua.
And San Juan's a pretty popular name for places in Nicaragua generally. So in addition to San Juan de Oriente, you've got San Juan del Sur, and you've also got the department Rio San Juan.
Yeah, and San Juan del Sur is one of the most popular tourist destinations in Nicaragua, so that's a beachside town. And Rio San Juan is a department which is really close to the border of Costa Rica.
Throughout its history, San Juan de Oriente has had a number of different names. So originally it was Valle Namotiva, and then it was San Juan Namotiva, then it was San Juan de los Platos.
And that was because they made the plates that were used in religious ceremonies in the area.
And then finally San Juan de Oriente.
So we're coming up to the church now, and this church is over 400 years old. So it was actually built back in 1585 by some master builders. This church was damaged in an earthquake back in 2000, but it is still in use today.
And the church has a bell that was brought by Spaniards all the way back in 1770.
Yeah, so Nicaragua has quite a long history with Catholicism in the country, and the Catholic traditions have kind of been integrated and blended with the more native traditions, which creates some really vibrant cultural experiences, yeah.
The people who were native to this area were known as the Chorotega people, and they were made up of two main tribes, the Nicoya and the Potosmi, and they all spoke the language Nahuatl. We've talked about how the indigenous culture has been wrapped up in the pottery previously. It's also represented by all these statues that you may have observed around town. So this statue right here has a depiction of a person with a monkey on its head.
These statues represent the idea that humans have alter egos or animal spirits. They're depicted as a man with an animal on top of his head. You get different types of animals on top, representing different animal spirits or different egos. I'm not sure what the monkey means, but we've been told that the crocodile represents masculinity and dominance.
One unique feature of San Juan de Oriente are its pottery ovens. You may have noticed all these ovens on the outside. I guess it's
Lining the street.
Yeah, it's just a really distinctive feature of this town, and not surprisingly given its strong focus on the artisan pottery. And you may have also noticed some of the transport. So auto rickshaws are quite popular in this area for just getting around.
And it's quite well connected by bus, so you can get to Managua, the capital city, is only 45 kilometres away, and you can get there by bus. You can also get to Granada, Masaya, and Rivas by bus from here. But we were lucky enough to get a lift here with our friend Glenn, so thank you, Glenn, for driving us here.
We hope you enjoyed our walking tour of San Juan de Oriente, Nicaragua.
And we'd love to know what you think, so please drop us a comment in the comments section below. We respond to each and every one, and we always like to hear what you think.
And don't forget to hit that like button.
We are Bucket List Travellers.
See you next time.